Welcome to Elderly and Health. If you've been adding more protein to your meals hoping to stay strong, today's video may surprise you. Some so-called healthy proteins could be silently weakening your muscles. Let's uncover what they are, and what you should be eating instead. For most seniors, eating enough protein feels like the smart thing to do, and it is. As we age, our muscles naturally shrink, and protein becomes essential for maintaining strength, balance, and independence. That's why many older adults make an effort to include more protein-rich foods in their diet. But here's a puzzling truth: even with protein in every meal, some seniors still feel weaker over time. Their muscles lose tone, fatigue sets in quicker, and simple activities like standing or lifting feel harder. Why does this happen? The answer often lies in the type of protein you're eating, not just the amount. Some foods labeled high protein or healthy actually contain hidden additives, too much sodium, low-quality fillers, or ingredients that make them harder to digest in older bodies. Over time, these choices can quietly sabotage your strength and well-being. In today's video, we'll uncover 5 common protein sources that may seem healthy but could be working against your muscles. And more importantly, you'll learn what to choose instead to stay truly strong, energized, and independent. Let's start by looking at the first surprising item on the list. Not all proteins are created equal, especially when it comes to aging muscles. While many foods on grocery store shelves claim to be high in protein or lean and healthy, the truth is more complicated. Some of these convenient or trendy options are heavily processed, filled with preservatives, or stripped of the nutrients that actually support muscle health. For seniors, the problem isn't just eating enough protein, it's eating the right kind. Certain proteins can quietly lead to muscle breakdown, inflammation, and slower recovery, especially if consumed regularly. In this video, we'll explore 5 specific protein sources that are commonly marketed as good for you, but may be doing more harm than good, especially after age 60. You'll learn why these foods can weaken your muscles over time, and how to replace them with better, safer choices. Let's begin with the first one. It's probably sitting in your fridge right now. One of the most common sources of protein in American households, especially among older adults trying to eat lean, is prepackaged low-fat meats, particularly chicken sausage, turkey slices, or low-fat deli meats. These items are often chosen for convenience, high protein content, and the promise of being healthier than red meat. But behind their lean labels, there's a hidden danger that many seniors overlook. Let's take chicken sausage, for example. A typical label may boast 12 grams of protein per serving and 97% fat-free. But what it doesn't highlight is the high sodium content, preservatives, flavor enhancers, and chemical stabilizers used to keep these meats shelf-stable and flavorful. These additives don't just affect your blood pressure, they also impact your muscle recovery, hydration, and long-term joint health. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at filtering out excess sodium and nitrates, 2 ingredients commonly found in these meats. High sodium levels can lead to fluid retention, elevated blood pressure, and muscle cramping, especially in the legs. Nitrates, often used to preserve color and flavor, have been linked to chronic inflammation, which can contribute to muscle weakness over time. Mrs. Helen, 76, shared her experience. "I switched to turkey sausage to be healthier, but I kept feeling bloated and weak in the afternoons. My doctor checked my sodium intake, it was off the charts, just from my breakfast meat. Once she changed her protein source to a fresh egg and beans combo, her energy noticeably improved." Another issue with low-fat deli meats is that they're often low in essential amino acids. These are the building blocks your muscles need to repair and grow. Processed meats may contain protein, yes, but it's incomplete or imbalanced. That means your body doesn't get what it needs to preserve muscle mass, especially after age 60 when muscle breakdown happens faster. In addition, many of these products are stripped of healthy fats, but the body, particularly in older adults, actually needs some fat to absorb key nutrients like vitamin D and to maintain hormone balance. A fat-free sausage might sound smart, but it may be depriving your body of tools it needs to function properly. Here are a few signs that your current, lean, meats may be harming your health. Feeling unusually thirsty after meals. Frequent muscle cramps, especially at night. Swollen ankles or hands. Brain fog or irritability. Needing more rest than usual after basic activity. Better alternatives include grilled or baked fresh chicken breast, no added sauces or marinades. Cooked lentils or black beans with olive oil and herbs. Omega-3 rich fish like salmon or sardines, fresh or in water-packed cans. Eggs or egg whites with sautéed vegetables. Homemade turkey or chicken meatballs using fresh, ground meat. If you still prefer convenience, look for low-sodium, nitrate-free, minimally processed options, and read every label carefully. Ingredients should be simple and recognizable. At this age, your body doesn't need more processed shortcuts, it needs nourishment that respects your biology. Don't be fooled by the lean label. Choose whole, real proteins that fuel your muscles, not fake ones that drain them. Protein bars, also called nutrition bars or energy bars, have become a go-to snack for many health-conscious adults. They're small, portable, and often advertised as a smart, high-protein choice to build muscle, manage hunger, or replace a quick meal. For busy younger people, this might work. But for seniors over 60, these bars can quietly weaken your muscles and compromise your health. Let's look at what's really inside a typical protein bar. While the front label might highlight 20 grams of protein, the back often reveals a long list of additives, sugar alcohols, artificial sweeteners, soy protein isolate, synthetic fiber, and flavorings that don't nourish but simply mimic taste. These ingredients are hard for aging digestive systems to process, and may lead to bloating, stomach discomfort, and poor nutrient absorption. More importantly, many protein bars use low-quality or incomplete protein sources, such as collagen, gelatin, or cheap soy blends. These don't provide the full range of essential amino acids your muscles need to repair and grow. So even though the bar is high in protein, on paper, your body may not be able to use that protein effectively, especially if you're not eating much else with it. Another hidden danger lies in the added sugars and artificial sweeteners. Some bars contain up to 15 to 20 grams of added sugar, which can spike your blood sugar, trigger inflammation, and contribute to insulin resistance over time. Others use sugar alcohols like sorbitol or maltitol that can cause gas, bloating, or diarrhea, common complaints among older adults who regularly eat these bars. Mr. Walter, 73, tried eating protein bars every afternoon instead of a sandwich. "I thought it was a healthy swap," he said. "But I kept feeling more tired. My stomach was upset almost every day, and my blood sugar readings got worse." When he returned to eating a boiled egg and half an avocado instead, both his digestion and energy improved. Also, many seniors mistakenly use these bars as meal replacements, especially if they live alone or feel too tired to cook. But a bar, no matter how fortified, cannot replace the nutritional complexity of a balanced meal. It lacks fiber, hydration, and the freshness of whole foods, things that aging bodies truly need to support muscle function and immunity. Here's how to know if a protein bar might be harming more than helping. You feel bloated or sluggish afterward. You notice no improvement in muscle strength over time. You rely on bars instead of real meals. Your digestion worsens or becomes irregular. You experience sudden sugar cravings or headaches. Safer alternatives include a boiled egg and a handful of almonds. Low-sugar Greek yogurt with chia seeds. A slice of whole grain toast with natural peanut butter. A small bowl of cottage cheese with berries. Hummus with carrot or celery sticks. If you still want to use a protein bar occasionally, choose ones with less than 5 grams of sugar, at least 10 grams of complete protein, no artificial sweeteners, and a short ingredient list. Remember, your muscles don't need flashy packaging or marketing claims. They need real, absorbable, complete nutrition. At this stage of life, simple food often gives you the most strength. Greek yogurt has earned a reputation as a superfood, especially among health-conscious older adults. It's high in protein, rich in calcium, and convenient to eat. But not all Greek yogurts are created equal. In fact, flavored low-fat Greek yogurt, which many seniors choose thinking it's a healthy snack, can quietly work against muscle health and overall wellness. At first glance, it seems ideal: a cup of strawberry or vanilla Greek yogurt with 12 to 15 grams of protein, low in fat, and labeled as healthy. But look more closely, and you'll often find 15 to 20 grams of added sugar, artificial flavorings, stabilizers, and thickeners like modified corn starch. These ingredients can cause blood sugar spikes, inflammation, and poor absorption of key nutrients, especially problematic in people over 60. Your muscles don't just need protein, they also need a stable hormonal and metabolic environment to rebuild. Frequent sugar intake disrupts this process, triggering insulin surges, storing more fat instead of building lean tissue, and increasing systemic inflammation that contributes to muscle breakdown. Mrs. Linda, 74, was eating fruit-flavored yogurt every morning with the belief that she was fueling her body. But over time, she noticed her muscle strength declining and her digestion becoming unpredictable. Her doctor suggested switching to plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and fresh berries. It was night and day, she said. I felt fuller, stronger, and less bloated. Another issue with low-fat flavored yogurts is the absence of healthy fats, which are essential for absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like D and K, both important for bone strength and muscle repair. Removing natural fat from yogurt doesn't make it better. In fact, for seniors, it makes it less supportive of healthy aging. Artificially flavored yogurts also tend to use fruit puree concentrates rather than real fruit, meaning you're getting flavor without the fiber or antioxidants your body needs. What seems like a fruit-based snack may actually be a dessert in disguise, lacking real nutritional value. To make matters worse, many popular yogurt brands add stabilizers and thickeners to improve texture and shelf life. These additives, like gelatin, pectin, or gum blends, aren't necessarily harmful in small amounts, but they offer no benefit to muscle or gut health, and may actually interfere with the natural probiotic balance in your digestive system. Here's how to spot if your healthy yogurt may be sabotaging your strength. It contains more than 8 to 10 grams of sugar per serving. The ingredient list includes words like fructose, concentrate, or natural flavors, without real fruit. It has 0% fat but leaves you hungry an hour later. You experience bloating or gas after eating it regularly. You feel dependent on it as a sweet fix rather than a real meal component. Better alternatives include plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with added chia seeds or ground flaxseed. Unsweetened yogurt with fresh banana slices or blueberries. A small bowl of kefir or skyr, Icelandic-style yogurt, for more diversity in protein. A homemade yogurt parfait with oats and almonds. The key is to treat yogurt as a whole food, not a flavored dessert with a health halo. At this stage of life, every bite counts. Choose the version that truly nourishes your muscles, supports your digestion, and keeps your body strong from the inside out. In recent years, plant-based protein powders have grown in popularity, especially among older adults looking for dairy-free, meat-free ways to maintain strength. At first glance, they seem like an excellent solution, convenient, easy to digest, and often advertised as clean or natural. But not all plant-based protein powders are created equal. In fact, many of them lack essential nutrients, and some may even interfere with muscle maintenance in seniors if used too often or incorrectly. The problem begins with incomplete amino acid profiles. Many plant proteins, like rice, pea, or hemp, do not contain all 9 essential amino acids in the right proportions. For younger adults with diverse diets, this might not be a major issue. But for seniors over 60, whose digestion and protein absorption slow down with age, getting complete protein becomes vital to avoid gradual muscle loss. Some powders attempt to fix this by blending multiple sources, e.g., P plus rice, but the resulting protein may still be less bioavailable, meaning your body doesn't absorb or use it as efficiently as it would from animal sources like eggs, dairy, or fish. So while the label may promise 20 grams of protein per scoop, you may only effectively absorb a fraction of it, and your muscles feel the shortfall. Another concern is the presence of additives and heavy metals. Many plant-based powders contain thickeners, sweeteners, or anti-caking agents, such as xanthan gum, stevia, or even artificial flavorings. Some cheaper brands have even been found to contain trace amounts of lead, arsenic, or cadmium, due to contaminated soil in which the plants were grown. For an older adult already managing kidney or liver health, these trace elements, though legally permitted, may accumulate over time and contribute to fatigue or toxic stress on the body. Mr. Eugene, 79, began using a popular vegan protein powder in his smoothies every morning. After a few weeks, he noticed increased bloating and felt more tired during the day. "I thought I was doing something good," he said, "but I didn't realize that powder had so many things my body wasn't used to processing anymore." There's also the issue of gut irritation. Seniors with sensitive digestion may experience gas, discomfort, or loose stools when using certain plant-based proteins, especially if they contain sugar, alcohols, or gums. And if the powder is used as a meal replacement, it may not offer enough fiber, healthy fats, or real food bulk to support long-term energy or fullness. How can you tell if your plant-based protein powder is doing more harm than good? You feel bloated or sluggish after drinking it. Your strength or muscle tone isn't improving, even with daily use. You rely on it instead of real meals. The ingredient list is long and hard to pronounce. You experience digestive upset or changes in bowel habits. Healthier alternatives include a small smoothie with plain Greek yogurt, spinach, banana, and chia seeds. Protein-rich lentil soup with whole grain toast. Scrambled eggs with sautéed vegetables. A high-protein oatmeal bowl with almond butter and hemp seeds. If you still choose to use protein powder, look for third-party tested brands, minimal ingredients, no added sugars or gums, and complete protein blends. Better yet, use them occasionally, not as your main protein source. At this stage of life, your body needs simple, real, nourishing food, not trendy powders. Focus on meals you can chew, enjoy, and digest with ease. Your muscles will thank you. For many seniors looking to eat clean, grilled chicken strips sold in vacuum-sealed packages or ready-to-eat containers seem like a perfect solution. They're marketed as lean, high in protein, already cooked, and easy to add to salads, wraps, or quick dinners. But behind that convenience lies a surprising set of problems, especially for people over 60 trying to preserve muscle strength and overall vitality. Let's begin with what most people don't notice: the additives used to preserve these products. Packaged grilled chicken strips often contain phosphates, sodium lactate, potassium chloride, carrageenan, and other preservatives to extend shelf life and enhance flavor. These substances, while generally approved for food use, can be taxing on older kidneys, increase inflammation, and even contribute to calcium loss from bones. In fact, a 2021 study in the Journal of Renal Nutrition found that phosphate additives, commonly found in pre-cooked meats, may increase the risk of cardiovascular and bone-related complications in seniors, especially those with borderline kidney function. And remember, kidney efficiency naturally declines with age, even in healthy older adults. Another major issue is excessive sodium content. Some brands of grilled chicken strips contain over 600 milligrams of sodium per serving, a level that may seem harmless at first glance but can add up quickly throughout the day. High sodium can lead to fluid retention, elevated blood pressure, and muscle stiffness, all of which can interfere with mobility and energy in older adults. Mr. Don, 75, used to add pre-packaged grilled chicken to his lunch salad every day, thinking it was the healthier choice. Then I started feeling more bloated and tired, he shared. My blood pressure crept up, and I didn't know why. My doctor told me to look at the sodium in those healthy strips. It shocked me. These chicken strips also tend to be overcooked to ensure food safety, which makes the protein less bioavailable. In simpler terms, when meat is cooked too long and stored too long, its protein becomes harder for the body to break down and use, a crucial problem for seniors, who already have reduced digestive enzyme activity. In addition, most of these products are stripped of natural moisture and paired with artificial flavoring, leading people to overconsume them just to feel full. But instead of nourishing the body, they may create a false sense of eating well while silently weakening muscle health. Here are a few signs that your ready-made chicken might be doing more harm than good. You feel bloated or gassy after meals. You experience leg or foot swelling, especially in the evening. Your energy drops soon after eating. You rely on packaged meats more than 3 to 4 times per week. Your blood pressure is creeping up despite lifestyle changes. Better alternatives include cooking fresh chicken breast at home with olive oil and herbs. Making a chicken salad using leftover roast chicken and Greek yogurt. Replacing meat with a boiled egg, beans, or a small piece of baked salmon. Buying plain, unseasoned rotisserie chicken and removing the skin. If you truly need convenience, look for frozen, additive-free grilled chicken that lists only chicken, salt, and water as ingredients. Avoid anything with a long, scientific-sounding list. At this stage of life, every bite should be helping you, not just filling you. Don't let convenience cost you strength. Choose foods that are clean, simple, and truly support your muscles, heart, and future. After age 60, the body's ability to absorb and use protein declines. That's why even if you're eating what seems like enough protein, you might still lose muscle, especially if the sources aren't ideal or if your intake isn't spaced well throughout the day. First, prioritize complete proteins, those that contain all 9 essential amino acids your body needs for muscle repair and immune strength. These usually come from animal sources, such as eggs, salmon or sardines, freshly cooked chicken breast, plain Greek yogurt, unsweetened, tofu combined with brown rice or quinoa. Second, spread your protein intake evenly across meals. Research shows that seniors benefit most when they get around 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. That might look like eggs and beans for breakfast, fish and greens for lunch, and a lentil soup with a small glass of milk at dinner. Also, pair your protein with healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or walnuts. These fats help the body absorb key vitamins, like D and K, which are necessary for muscle and bone health, and they also help you feel satisfied after meals. Don't forget the role of gentle physical activity. Whether it's a short walk, chair yoga, or light resistance bands, movement helps activate muscle fibers so that protein is used where it's needed most. Finally, stay hydrated. Dehydration makes it harder for the kidneys and liver to process protein, and can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and poor digestion, all of which reduce the benefits of good nutrition. When you combine the right protein types, proper timing, and light daily movement, your body responds with more strength, less stiffness, and longer-lasting vitality. Aging doesn't mean weakness. It means eating and moving with wisdom, so every bite you take builds the life you want to keep living. By now, you've seen that not all proteins labeled healthy are actually good for aging muscles. Flavored yogurts, processed meats, plant powders, protein bars, they may seem convenient or nutritious, but they often come with hidden sugars, sodium, artificial ingredients, or poor-quality protein that quietly weaken your body over time. At age 60 and beyond, your muscles need more than numbers on a label. They need clean, complete proteins from real, simple foods, like eggs, fresh chicken, lentils, or full-fat yogurt. They need balance, consistency, and movement to stay strong. So before you reach for the next quick protein fix, pause. Look at the ingredients. Ask, is this truly nourishing me, or just pretending to? Your strength is built day by day, meal by meal. When you eat with care, you're not just feeding your body, you're protecting your independence, energy, and dignity. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Elderly and Health. Together, we'll keep uncovering simple truths that help you age well, eat smarter, and live with strength and grace, one choice at a time.